Hi, it's been a while and I do have a bit of an update. We have moved house again. If you go to my Instagram and scroll back to December, you can see some of the wild, sleep-deprived ridiculousness of our self-move, self-renovation in 12 days before we moved in for Christmas. But we're in, we are loving it. And today I'm back with another house update, sort of seasonal update. This time from our brand new home. These are all things that I've been doing in my own home. So if you have been meaning to do some updates, or you're feeling a bit flat about your home, let this be your nudge. First up is flowers and foliage. No matter what the season is, I always have seasonal flowers and branches in the house. Sometimes I snip them from the roadside, sometimes I bring them in from the garden, and sometimes I buy from the flower shop as well. But it's always a lovely thing to have whatever's growing outside, a little bit of it in your house, and especially some tree branches as well. A big jug of branches or a few stems on the bedside table, small thing, big impact. Next is a furniture shuffle. This is honestly one of my favourite ways to update any space. So you're thinking things like, would that armchair work in the bedroom? And then I could move the cupboard there, and then that would make space for a bench in the hallway. Just moving around your furniture is one of the best ways to refresh your space. I recently switched up our living room layout because I really like it when sofas face each other. I wasn't sure if it would work practically because our family of four love our family film nights and the TV is there. So far, it is working well, thankfully. And it feels much more conversational now as well. So I was really pleased with that update. Thirdly, a paint project. If you've got half a tin of paint somewhere, or even if you need to buy paint, it's a really cheap way to add an instant update to your space. But just think small. So a door frame or a door, a cupboard, or the inside of a cupboard, the legs on a piece of furniture doesn't have to be big, but it can make a huge difference. I have wanted to paint the inside of our porch door teal to match the outside since we painted it in December, and I finally got round to doing it this weekend, and it looks so much nicer. I'm so pleased. And in a neutral space, I just think painted woodwork adds so much character. Next up is art. Hands up if you have a stash of art or a print or two that you've been trying to hang up for years. I know it's most of you. I'm one of you, okay? So since we moved in, I barely hung anything on the walls, but recently I went down to my basement to shop my art and decide where I wanted to hang some art in this house. So if you are feeling a little bit meh, then instead of looking to buy something new, look to those art prints and art pieces, greetings cards that you already own that you could frame nicely and put up on the wall. One framing tip I really like is I recently painted the frames and the mounts all the same colour, and that really updates a cheap frame, and also always looking out for nice frames in charity shops as well. And I just use a butter knife to ping the back off and replace it with whatever I want to put in. When hanging art, you're always wanting to think about grouping. So rather than evenly spacing things out on a wall, you want to create groupings of 2s and 3s. It's also a really good idea to group things together in lots of different scenarios, and you can just lay it on the floor for this, or get someone to help you hold it up like I did with Dave, so that I could figure out what was going to work and lay them together nicely.
No, they're too small. I want a grouping, but oh, that's actually quite nice. Yes.
Do you want that the same height as that one?
Probably not. Probably a bit higher actually.
There?
Yeah, and then.
I'm going to put that one up then.
Okay.
Do you want this way?
No, I want
way?
it. Yes. This or this. Can you see with my arm in the way?
That looks nice.
Why is there soil coming off the hammer?
Thank your son for that. Nah. Nah, the other one, it's too small.
Lastly is sewing projects. So I am a very basic sewer. I can basically just sew not even straight lines, but I'm very enthusiastic and I've wanted to update some cushion covers on my sofa for ages and I finally did it. So the way I figured it out was by unstitching the existing cushion cover, looking at how it's made and then making a template and copying it, and it worked so well. So in my case, I had the fabric already. Have you also got some fabric hanging around somewhere? Probably. And it was surprisingly easy to make a fold over pillowcase. And I love the detail where you stitch around the edging as well. So it's just a really great way of updating your existing cushions. I also made a bolster. That was a bit trickier. I had to hang on a YouTube video, literally pausing it, doing it, unpausing to get it right. And then I made it a bit small, but I did just about get it to work, and I do love how it looks.
It is too late for me to be sewing, but I'm in a hyper-focus zone, and I have just figured out my first ever zip. There it is. Not without its mishaps, but very proud of that. Okay, so here it is. The moment of truth is gonna come though, when we tried to put it on this absolutely ginormous cushion.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Oh my
No. Go back a bit. There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Try and pause.
So, fresh paint, new cushion covers, flowers on a table, a new layout. It's amazing how much you can shift the energy of your home with these kinds of small tweaks. So I'm turning it over to you. What has this inspired you to do in your own home? Is there a sewing project you could do, a paint project? Could you shuffle some furniture around? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Good luck. Please, if you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe and all of that jazz as well. All right, see you next time.